Today I'm going to be doing the Anniversary Festival daily quest, showing you how to finish that quest in kind of an efficient way. So you have to do 7 quests for the Anniversary Daily. You pick up the quests at Waldo Rumble at the party tree, but there's not really anything to do here at Waldo except the scavenger hunts, which are kind of longer quests. So we're going to head straight to Bree. So the anniversary quest is, the daily is kind of interesting because there's quests that appear only at day or night time at the firework area. So basically, those quests, rather than being once daily, you can do them once per in-game day or night, which changes every like 1 to 2 hours. So you could just do the daily by logging in once an hour and doing one of these quests, but I'm going to show the alternative, which is to do different quests. So at daytime you get this quest from these hobbits, which is to go around and find ideal places to set off fireworks. This is probably one of my favourite quests, just for their ideas about what an ideal location for fireworks is. So for example, this one, next to someone working with sharp tools and fire. Maybe not the most ideal place for fireworks, and you'll see actually that most of the locations are pretty similar. So you can only, it's like a competitive quest, so if other people are doing it you can't see them, can't see the locations, but one of them is here in front of these horses, which again, setting off fireworks next to large animals that can get frightened easily is maybe not the most ideal spot. So moving along to the next area. So basically, if you look at where it's coloured on my map, each of those spots has like a number of possible ideal locations. So right now there's none active here, so we'll go on to the next spot, but one of the other locations is on top of that stage there. So you can see here there's 2 in this spot, but once I use this one, the location over there is probably going to disappear because you can only use 1 in each area. So yeah, you see it disappeared. So these 2 are some of the kind of less silly locations. I'm just going to pick up another quest here while I'm passing by, and might as well grab that one as well. So one of them was a quest to deliver presents, which is a chained quest. I'll get onto that a bit later. And the other one was to open invitations, which you find kind of strewn about the town in various locations. And some of them are floating around, so you can see here a floating invitation. So here's another ideal location for some fireworks in the middle of the crowd of people. So that's that spot done. Another one here, close to trees and a hedge and next to people at a table. And hopefully my favourite one will be here. Okay, here's one. So ideal spot next to some dry flammable hay. Seems like a good idea. So it's not active at the moment, but one of the other ideal spots is right here. So right in the middle of this whole racks of swords and sharp weapons is apparently an ideal place to set off some fireworks. So yeah, probably a disclaimer that you shouldn't do this at home, or at least in real life. Don't be setting off fireworks in a rack full of swords. But I do appreciate a bit of comedy in the quests, which are otherwise can be a little bit grindy. So picking up invitations here. Again, this invitation quest is competitive, so if other people are doing it, it's harder to find them. There's one here. They tend to just be in kind of weird spots, like corner, sometimes on the side of a house. There's quite a few that spawn at various spots around here. So you saw me grab one off the roof. You can find one in this haystack. So actually I've got the one off the haystack, no, not on the roof. Yeah, there's sometimes one in here and on this roof, which you can get onto from the barrels. And once you pick up those invitations, you can open them in your inventory. They don't all yield quest rewards, so you saw I just got this unwanted message, which is basically useless. Sometimes you get special items in it, like you can even get mounts and things in them, but it's more rare. I can try and grab this one while I'm here. So I'm just mashing the U key while I'm chasing it to try and pick it up before it moves. Might be able to grab that other one. So they interact kind of weirdly with terrain, like impassable terrain. The invitations often kind of stick there, like you see here. It might get a bit stuck under the poles, so those are often good places to grab them. So our ideal location there still hasn't spawned. So heading back up here to some of the spots that I passed earlier. I can grab this letter. So I try and run a little way past it and then start trying to pick it up so it doesn't float by. So you see here I picked up a toast emote in one of those invitations. I've already got it, so I'll send it to one of my alts. Still need one of these. I normally try and get the ones that aren't floating around because these can be quite annoying. Alright, so I've got all 6 invitations. Still got one more location for fireworks. So that'll be up here near the Prancing Pony. But meanwhile, when this stuff loads, I can turn in that quest. And I have to come back here to get back to the hobbits anyway, so it's not worth waiting around in this area for the locations to spawn. So some of the other ones down here. I think there's sometimes one up around here somewhere. One in front of this old woman's house. This will be our last one. So now we can go back to the hobbits. That will be the second quest. So now we can start on this gift chain quest. So actually, just to make sure that I've done enough for the daily. I'm going to do the festival horse race first. So this gift quest, you're basically taking a gift from one NPC to the next one, and then that next NPC gives you a gift for another NPC. And so it starts in Bree with that guy I talked to near the boar fountain, and then goes to Combe. There's 2 in Combe. They send you on to Nickel Delving and Hobbiton. There's 2 there, and then they send you to Thorns Hall, and there's another 2 there that then sends you back to Bree. So ideally you want to try and do like half of them in each daily, so that the one in Hobbiton is either your 7th quest for one day or your first one for the next day, since Hobbiton is right near the party tree. So that's what I'm going to do. I've just fallen in the muck here. So normally with the race, if you get one speed up and one slow, you can still finish in time, but because I was rubber banding a bit, been slowed down a little bit, so we'll see if I can still do it. It looks like it's going to be okay. So yeah, I often have lag and rubber banding issues on the race, which can be quite frustrating, trying to cross that bridge and then your character moves around. So yeah, if we do turn in the 2 quests in Combe and then the 2 quests in the Mickle Delving Hobbiton area, we will be done. Where is the horse here? I always get my sense of direction mixed up in this area. I think where you spawn in, I always think I'm facing the opposite direction to what I actually am. There's the horses. So yeah, they're in the northeast. Right, so now we want to go to Combe. I think there should be swift travel from Bree. Maybe from the south gate. Actually, what will be quicker is to just go to Killendim, and then I'm always certain that there will be a fast over to Combe from there. If not, I just wasted a few seconds. Because so South Bree was, yeah, there's Combe there. South Bree was the other option, but I'm less sure that the South Bree one is a swift travel, because Combe and South Bree are right next to each other. So it might have been a slower, like just a regular travel, which would have taken much longer. So Catchpole is the next gift recipient. She gives you pastries to take to Constable Underhill, who's just up here. And just remember to pick up the next quest when you do each one. So he's sending me to Mickle Delving. So yeah, you turn in the quest and then pick up the next one from the same NPC. If you forget to do that, you'll have to come all the way back to get the next one. So 2 more quests. We've got 2 hobbits in the gift chain. So we'll finish that at Hobbiton and then turn in the daily at the party tree. I can dismount now because we don't need to go to that stable. Yeah, turn in the daily at the party tree, and if I don't have anything else to do tonight, in game, then I can log out there and log back in tomorrow to do the next half of the daily. And so then tomorrow there will be, because there's 7 quests in this gift chain, and they reset only every 2 days. I think it used to be every 3 days, but it seems like they've changed that. Look, if I... Yeah, when I was talking to one of the earlier NPCs, it said, I think it was Constable Underhill, it said 1 day, 6 hours. Which means I can't do that quest tomorrow, but the day after I can. Alright, so now I'm going to Hobbiton. The other thing you could do at this point is go to a housing area and swift travel to the party tree, but honestly I think it's probably not going to be much faster than just running overland. So yeah, tomorrow I might stream that as well, just to show the other half of the daily. So there'll be the 2 dwarves and the guy in Brie, which will be 3 quests, and then we'll need to do 4 to do the rest of the daily. So the other 4 will be the 3 I did today, so the fireworks, the messages and the race, and then can also do the other fireworks quest that happens only at night time. And potentially if you don't want to do the horse race, or if there's one of those quests that you just don't want to do, you can just do the 2 fireworks quests, since they can be done every day, actually multiple times a day. But yeah, I think these gift quests are the easiest ones, as long as you know where you're going. There's 2 quests right next to each other, so it's very minimal effort. So yeah, that's the 7th quest. So now we just run back to Waldo Rumble, see how efficient it is to try and end it at that hobbit, because then you're already right next to the party tree. So that was just over 15 minutes. And I did get a little bit lost along the way, so yeah, pretty easy to get it done in 15 minutes, I think. So that's the daily done. I also did the meta quest. So yeah, I'll log out here now, and then tomorrow I'll log in here, pick up the next daily quest, and I'll stream that as well to show the other half of the gift chain. Tonight I'm going to do another round of the daily quest for the anniversary festival, and this time I'm going to show you the other half of the gift quest chain. So we'll get this quest from Waldo, and then we're ready to rumble. So now we're going to the Hobbit Dudo Chub, who's got the next quest in the gift chain. So what we could normally do to be a bit more efficient is pick this quest up before turning in the daily at Waldo. So basically I aim to end the do my last daily quest at Dudo, and then so we have to go to to Thorns Hall now. So yeah, I aim to finish one daily at Dudo Chub so that I can turn it in at the party tree, which is right nearby, and then start the next round of the daily with this quest in Thorns Hall. Actually should have gone... So I didn't want to use my Bree port because I'm going to need to use that. Actually, maybe the most efficient thing to do there would have been to go to Bree and do the other quests first, and then come back here via the Swift Travel to Thorns Hall, but it doesn't matter. So anyway, here is Alma for the next quest. Where is he? Over here. So yeah, this gift quest there's 7 quests in total, but you can only do it every 3 days. So I think I said last time I was doing the daily that it looked like it had changed to 2 days, but it was just some weird kind of glitch with the quest timer, I think. So yeah, every 3 days you can do each of these gift quests once, which means you could do the whole anniversary daily just by doing the gift chain, but then you'll only be able to do it once every 3 days. But the way I've been doing it is to do half of the chain each day and then add 3 or 4 other quests onto that. So we want to go into Florence Hall Inn. The next part of the quest is to deliver a horn to Brunulf here, and then he will give us a quest to deliver a pint to the guy in Bree, Roger Hazeltwig, and he was the same NPC who we started the quest with. So that brings us full circle with the gift chain. So that means we've got 4 more quests that we have to do once we turn that one in to get the daily done. So the next thing we'll do is the fireworks quest. So in the first day of the stream, when I was streaming the anniversary chain, I did the other fireworks quest with the because I've got because I've got too many quests active. Maybe I can cancel one of these. I don't want to cancel that because I think it has quite a long chain. It's probably cancelled. Alright, so come back here. So yeah, on the other day I did the daytime fireworks quest. Oops. No. So this time I'll do the nighttime one, and actually I'll probably do both of them. It looks like it's almost dawn anyway, so by the time I finish the other quests it might be time to so you can do 2 fireworks before they get onto the next one, but you have to be quite quick. So yeah, hopefully by the time I do the other daily quests, it will be it will be time for the daytime fireworks quest. So because this has a 10-second lockout, you can normally get 3 fireworks done for every 2 changes. So I should be able to get another green one done here, but then I'll still be locked out when he goes on to the next. So I can launch a green one now, but I won't have time to get a second one out by the time this 5 seconds is up. You can almost do it, but then you're at a risk of see, like he went to, and green would have been fine there anyway, but if I'd started doing green and he'd said to do a blue or red one, then that would have timed kind of right as he changed. red. Should be able to get another one of those down, and then we'll have done the quest. So yeah, this one's quite nice and quick, as long as you don't mess up the order. Right, so now we can go to the boar fountain. So they will turn in that pint of ale quest and get the invitation quest. And that will take us up to 5 once we've done both of them. Invitation quests here. We actually already have the next quest in the chain open, but I don't want to do those today because I'll use them for tomorrow's daily run. So with the invitations, I'm just going to grab this one at the moment because it's easier. You find them lying around all over the place, or just flying around like this one. So the ones that aren't moving are obviously easier to get, but often have a bit more competition for those ones as well. So if you can grab one of the flying ones as it goes by, it's always good. I'll be able to get this one as well. So it's best to do this quest while you've got the fireworks placing quest, because that kind of doubles in the same area. You want to try and run a bit past the envelope so it flies. These ones are all going really quickly so that I'm not able to actually pick them up by the time my lag between me and the server resolves. There we go. Right, so we've got 6. Probably not all of them are going to have an invitation in them. Got an unwanted message. You can sell those for like 1 silver, but it's not really worth the time for me at this point. Need one more, there's one sitting under here. So the other quest I will do, I think, is the festival run, the horse riding. Could also have done a round of the Thorns Hall ale, the beer fight. Actually, I think you can do multiple rounds of that for credit towards the daily. But often you have to wait around there, and at this time of night there's often not enough people to start the fight anyway, so for the sake of showing a more reliable speed run or fast finish of the daily quest, I will do other quests. There's also an anniversary instance, which I don't think I've done before. but that might be another option if you really dislike the horse race. I am not always a big fan of the festival run horse race because I often lag or what's the word? Rubber band a lot while I'm riding, so you can be on the middle of those poles and suddenly your mount teleports and you're in the muck, which is a bit frustrating when you have to wait around for 5 minutes for the next round. But we managed it okay that time. Oh, I also had a map debris, so I could have used that earlier as well. So since it's not dawn yet, I'll probably end the stream there, otherwise I'm going to have to wait around here for these hobbits to give me the next quest. But since I showed that quest on the previous time anyway, I will have already showed it on the stream. So yeah, that will be the number 7 quest in this chain, and then to get back to the party tree I'll most likely just use a port to my personal house or kin house, and then use the horse from the stables there that goes directly to the party tree. So yeah, that's the daily done again. Basically 15 minutes if you factor in having to wait for this quest to come back. Well, by the time I finish that quest it probably will have been 20 minutes again. But yeah, so that's the other half of how to do the daily quest. So between the two streams I've done 2 rounds of the daily, and that's using half of the gift quest chain each time.